is Drake. May, how are we feeling on this Patriots Monday after what you called was a heartbreaking loss yesterday?
Yeah, it was a tough one for sure. So, hey, we still got some football left to play the rest of the season, and I got a chance to reset in the bye week.
You've mentioned the need for a win quite a bit, even before you took over as the starting quarterback, and they've been tough to come by. And I'm gonna assume this is the most you've ever really lost in your athletic career. So, how are you dealing with losing? Is it wearing on you, or how exactly is that playing out in these recent weeks?
Yeah, it's frustrating. I think the biggest thing is just motivational. I think it's motivational to come back and study hard or kind of get something in small group meetings, or hey, meet with receivers more, meet with the O line more, talk through more looks, little things like that. Because we're just a few plays away from I think being on the right side of things, and I think those guys see that and they're not losing sight of that.
So obviously it wasn't Buffalo level cold yesterday out here, Drake, with feet of snow in the stadium and fans having to shovel out their own seats. But it was pretty chilly yesterday. I'm curious as you continue to acclimate to New England and us New England people and the environment out here. Well, I saw you out there without an undershirt yesterday. Kind of went with the sun's out, guns out. How'd you feel about the cold weather, and what do you think about playing in those conditions?
Yeah, I think it's really that big a deal. I think it could be an advantage for us, down the road. But yeah, I think it's New England. It's part of New England football. It's part of New England history. All those games they won in the cold weather. So it felt good in the first half. Got a little chilly in the second half, but it really didn't affect me that much. I felt like I was throwing the football well. So the biggest thing is probably the hits hurt a little more. That's probably about it.
Yeah, Tom Brady was famous. He used to wear like this neoprene scuba suit whenever it would get to be like 25 degrees and colder. So you were out there, no extra layers.
He's tougher than Tom Brady.
That's right. That's what we're giving you your props, Drake. You're tougher than Brady out there.
No, I don't know about that. I probably need a scuba suit on, but probably it's Tom who did that. So
I know it probably doesn't make you feel better because you did lose in the end, but it seemed like a pretty efficient day for both you and the overall offense. Did you feel like, for you in particular, that was maybe your cleanest game that you have played?
I think there's been multiple times this year I felt like we've been moving the ball well. I think the Rams were moving the ball well. We have one punt yesterday, but down in the red zone, I think it's just it's tough to go out like that. You can't win games. Like I said in my press conference, going 4 drives in the red zone and then field goals. So we got to focus in on that. I think that's been an emphasis of an area of improvement for us in this offense, and we know that you guys score touchdowns to win in this league. So I feel like clean day overall. I think the interception was unfortunate. Got to probably put it on the better side of Hunter, and he may end up falling in. So other than that, I think proud of the guys for how they fought, and thought we moved the ball well.
Drake, the bye week can be a great time for, in addition to resting up and healing up, reflection. So you get a chance to turn around and look at your 8 starts and how the team has done through 13 games overall. You got 4 left to complete your first season in the NFL. Do you feel like you are where you should be, or do you feel like you have progressed to a point where you're actually further along than you thought you would be 8 games into your rookie season? You feel like you still have a lot more work to do? How do you feel about the progress you've made thus far in your rookie campaign?
Yeah, I think it's tough to answer that from talking about myself from myself point of view. I'm just trying to take it one day at a time, one game at a time, and I'm trying to learn from experiences or negative plays, and learn from turnovers, learn from sacks that I take, and see if I can get the ball out or do something better. So that's probably the biggest thing. I think, but hopefully, kind of the work we're putting in and what we're putting out on the field, the product we're putting out can lead to some positive plays and positive wins down the road. But I think we got something to play for in these last 4 games. I think playing for the New England Patriots, the starting quarterback, is always an awesome opportunity. So hopefully, if not, maybe knock off some teams and maybe hurt their chances of making the playoffs. That's about what our chances are right now, and take advantage of that and take that as a challenge.
We've obviously talked about your running ability throughout the weeks that you've been playing and starting, and you've talked about picking your spots and staying healthy and things of that nature. You had that big run early yesterday where looked like you got them in man coverage and you were kind of well downfield before half the defensive backs knew even what was going on. Does that play into your decisions on when you run and how aggressively you run if they're in man and you see that opportunity where maybe they're kind of run off there?
For sure. Anytime you got man coverage and they don't account for the quarterback running the football, you can hurt them. And I think that was a good example from Sunday. And the other times, scrambles is trying to do what I can and get down. I think trying to be efficient with my running is probably my biggest kind of goal, and not run too much. But when I do run, kind of make it count.
We're talking to Patriots quarterback Drake Maye here with Fitzy and Hart on WEEI Afternoons. Drake, so I read a stat that was kind of an eye-opener on the subject of your running, that you have the best yards per carry by any running quarterback since the year 2000. And there have been some pretty good running quarterbacks in the NFL since 2000 to now. If you're getting ready for a game, kind of like the way Marcus Jones texted Alex Van Pelt a while ago to see if he could get a play from moving over from defense to offense. If you're feeling it and you think you may have it coming up on a Sunday, would you feel comfortable sending him a text or suggesting, hey, maybe, I feel like toting the rock a little more this Sunday?
I don't really think. I think it's different with Marcus. Kind of a package for him is different. Kind of telling him the day before to, kind of let me tote the rock, because kind of set plays up throughout the week. So I think, Coach Van Pelt does a nice job of kind of letting those plays happen for me when they do, and I think that can kind of almost make it kind of more advantageous, for the defense of not knowing when to expect it, or hey, they're not a QB run team, but you got to be ready for it.
In terms of the way the game ended yesterday, you guys execute an interesting sort of situation there to at least get the opportunity for either a Hail Mary or what would have been a record-setting field goal. I'm assuming you would have felt comfortable throwing the ball, whatever it would have had to have been, 58, 60 yards into the end zone. Is that a club you have in your bag, and would you have been excited to get that opportunity?
Yeah, I think anytime you're on the 50, midfield, man, if you can't make that throw in the NFL, I'm not sure you should be in the NFL. So we had a chance to Hail Mary, but like I said, Joey felt like, and the special teams coordinator and Coach Maye was ready for whatever the team decided. But yeah, if you can't probably make a Hail Mary for 50 yards, that you may be playing the wrong sport.
And what was your vantage point of the kick? Because from where I was watching, when Joey struck that, I thought I was seeing history. I thought I was going to see a crazy ending and a victory for you guys. When he hit it, did you think there was a shot you were going home victorious?
Yeah, it looked like it had a chance. And I think, it's always tough, watching a game-winning field goal or, a game-losing field goal, on either side of it. So thought I had a chance, and ended up coming just short. But I think it was pretty impressive. And that, cold weather probably affected it a little bit. I'm not sure what the wind was. Pretty windy at times. But, I think, I think it ended up kind of helping the point of, at least, making it close and, not, being 10 yards short. That would have been more of a bad look.
Drake, on the subject of arm strength, Hail Marys, etc., I want to ask this one for the fans. There was a video that had gone viral during your time at UNC that a lot of Patriots fans immediately shared after you were taken third overall last April. I think you did it last year at UNC, where you're hanging around with a buddy. It's very sunny outside, and you chucked the ball 80 yards, and it hit the goalpost. Was that real, or were there some special effects involved in that?
I don't know if I remember that. What was the video of?
There's an Instagram video of you and one other dude on a field, and you stand around the 20-yard line or 25-yard line, and you absolutely haul one off. And I think the ball travels approximately 80 yards or so, and then it hits, like you guys were targeting the goalpost, like the bottom of the goalpost. Do you remember that one?
Where was I at?
Outdoors.
Outdoors. No.
Yeah.
Maybe if I saw it, but 80 yards it's a stretch, but depends on how I'm feeling that day. I think with some adrenaline flowing, but I can definitely feel like I can throw it pretty good. So
getting back to some of the situational stuff, as you guys continue to evolve as an offense, where do you think you are in terms of like spacing and consistency and route running and things of that nature? Because I know a lot of people talked about your touchdown throw to Hooper, where Jalen Polk was kind of right behind Hooper at the goal line there, and there was some question as to who you were even throwing to. Take us through that play. I'm assuming you were throwing to Hooper, your tight end, for the touchdown. And B, how is that going in terms of the spacing throughout play-to-play, rep-to-rep?
Yeah, I think any offense, I think there's times and play calls where, they probably want to, wish they had, spacing better or kind of be in the right spot, in a better spot for the football. But, that play up the hoop, I think it was a pretty simple, who I was throwing it to. I think I haven't seen what Polk did yet. I may have fell off it trying to think it was a little underthrown, but, Hoop made a nice grab, and that was the intent.
Yep. You threw an 83-yarder in the home stadium. By the way, I looked it up while Andy asked you a question. You hit the crossbar. 83 yards. Man, how about that? Drake, yesterday also was kind of special, talking about the initiative undertaken NFL-wide in weeks 13 and 14 as well, the My Cleats, My Cause effort. You had some pretty special cleats. I watched a very emotional video last week on YouTube that the Patriots put together about your work with the Massachusetts Special Olympics and the Special Olympics games. Could you tell us a little bit about how you got involved there?
Yeah, I think it was awesome. I think the Pats came to me and with Special Olympics and United Healthcare, and I think it was an awesome opportunity to shine the light on their team, and especially two specific athletes, Nick and Brett. I did a practice with them out on the field. Actually, our practice field earlier before the season, and it was just awesome to kind of see the smile that I put on their face and that they put on mine. So just a great cause, and it was an awesome chance for me to wear the cleats that they designed and wrote their signatures on it. So it was a pretty sweet deal, and glad for Special Olympics and kind of shine the light towards athletes that may not get it and that deserve it.
How much do you embrace those opportunities? Because obviously, being a franchise quarterback's a tough job. You get a lot of criticisms, wins, losses, that whole thing. But, it gives you a platform. It gives you opportunities to do these kinds of things off the field. And how much do you embrace that and appreciate that?
No, I think that's one of the best things and one of the coolest things. We're talking about that in chapel, actually, with our chaplain Jewel earlier this week on Friday about our platform and spreading faith, and what awesome opportunity we have as Christians and myself to spread faith. And I think it's just different ways through the community of spreading different things, and just something like that can go a long way for somebody in their life, or you never know what who may see it and impact them.
Any great plans you got for the bye week? Obviously, a couple of well deserved and earned days off. Special restaurant you're going to eat at? A little travel? Maybe, I don't know, go to the movies, see Gladiator 2 or Wicked?
Yeah, I haven't decided really yet. I think we're in the building tomorrow, so we'll get back to work on Tuesday and probably get back to it, check out Arizona maybe a little bit, but really reset in the bye week.
All right, that brings us to the quarterback question of the week. The quarterback question of the week is brought to you by Northeast Men's Health, the experts in treating men's sexual health with 5 New England offices, or at northeastmenshealth.com. It comes from Billy in Brockton, and Billy wants to know, do you have any nicknames, or have you had nicknames growing up throughout your career in sports?
Yeah, kind of going into high school, people started calling me Draco. I've been called Drizzy by a lot of people. Probably Draco or Drizzy is what probably I really get called the most in the locker room nowadays. So,
any new ones since you got here?
Whatever I prefer. Yeah, same thing. Drizzy and Draco in the locker room. Some people call me 10. Some people call me just Drake. So
10? That's not very creative.
Draco and Drizzy.
I like that one. That's probably my favorite.
Oh, really? Okay.
He's a football guy. People call him 10. He's proud to wear number 10.
Well, that's going to do it here on a Patriots Monday with 10 coming off one of his best performances of his young rookie season. Drake Maye, appreciate the time, and whatever you decide to do, enjoy the bye week.